All right, so just to start off, name, quick little factoid, and you're running for Ward 2.
So my name is Adam Inyang. I'm Albany artist, entrepreneur, and activist. I'm running for city commissioner for Ward 2.
Perfect, that's great. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I always hate those broad ones. About myself. Albany native. I was born and raised here. Graduated from Albany High. And both my parents have been educators here for all my life, both retired as well. And been in business here with Tate for more than 10 years now here at Easy Copy. And just been, in fact, I've left the city a few times and come back. And I see the opportunity here. And I'm tired of the games people are playing here in politics. And so that's what's got me wanting to run, make some change out here.
Growing up here, what do you like the most? What really sticks with you growing up here?
I like the slowness. I left and I went to Atlanta, and I enjoyed the fast pace for a little bit, but then every time I came back home, it was so calming, and everybody is so congenial, and so I appreciate that. You don't get that everywhere. Here is a different type of just connection with people. So
beautiful. And have you worked on anything independently before this bid?
Yeah, so I've been doing all type of different things in the community, working with organizations in regards to highlight bills and food insecurity and different things for not just months, but years before I left at Albany and came back. Also too, working with the youth, creating different events for the youth. I did 229 New Wave, where people got to come out and do an open mic, and actually one of my last open mics was a memorial show for my friend AJ Sensei, who was killed, gun violence. So yeah, been active out here for a while.
And since you mentioned it, gun violence is a huge issue in this community. Is there anything, I guess, you do or say differently than what current commissioners are saying or doing right now?
So the only thing that I've heard from anyone else is we need to put more police on the street, which we know is never the answer. Police can't do anything about preventing crime. They respond to crime. So when you talk about fighting crime, you have to talk about crime prevention. So what ways can we prevent crime? We have to fight poverty. People are committing crime because they don't have access to resources and they don't have money. They don't have things. So we fight poverty, we can affect crime.
And you said you are involved in a lot of projects here in Albany. So why run? Why go from, community activist to now being a political figure?
Because the games that are being played by our leaders is infuriating. It is shameful that they continue to have this posture of, we're working with the community and we care. But when it comes time to voting to put that money where it's supposed to go, they show us otherwise. And so I'm tired of the games. I'm running to bring light to what's happening, to all the opportunities and the money that are in this city, in ways that the community can take advantage of those opportunities.
You're up against, I think it's Bobby Coleman and Jalen Johnson. I have spoken to Jalen a couple of times, and you guys seem to have somewhat similar, views as far as policing goes, and them not really being the root of the issue. What sets you apart from these guys?
So that's actually a new position from Jalen that I haven't heard. Originally on his page and on his website, his whole thing was, we need more police on the street, more police on the street. And so I'm not actually familiar with him being similar to my statements. My statements have come from statistics from doctors, professors at Albany State, Dr. James Pratt, who have shown the statistical evidence of how we can actually move money in different places to better respond to crime and better prevent crime. So Jalen Johnson, as far as I know, doesn't have that position, and I'm not sure what position Bobby Coleman has.
Yeah, how did they really get a hold of that guy?
Yeah. Bobby, I don't know.
So I think everyone is going to run into some sort of controversy along any type of lines when you pursue a public office. And we just wanted to give you a chance to respond to some of the controversial posts or posts that have become controversial. Some things that are shared I don't know if you've seen some of the screenshots about, your use of the Nword. Can you
Okay.
give some type of contextual, I guess, context to your posts?
My use of the N-word?
Yes.
That's cultural. Anybody who has a problem with my use of the N-word has a problem with themselves. And they also, too, that what that does, it betrays a glaring disconnect of those individuals to the Black community and to Black culture. That's what that demonstrates. So, yeah, no, my use of the N-word, first off, I'm an artist. And second, I'm a member of the Black community. We have a different connection with that word. And anybody who's trying to use that or exploit that here clearly is showing in fact, that betrays a weak and scared position on their part. That's what's happening. So, yeah, I love the N-word. I'll say it twice a day. I have no shame in that. And I've said it publicly on my Facebook or whatever, but I know how to interact in professional spaces. Clearly, I've demonstrated that. I've run my business for more than 10 years.
Do you think your use of it is racist?
No. That's no.
That's the answer.
In fact, let's expound on that. My use of the N-word does not harm or affect any other Black person in any community. It doesn't uphold institutions that are oppressing Black people or the Black community. So no, my use of the N-word is not racist because it doesn't have the same effect as an institutional use of it.
You're saying dig deeper with that. Dig
I'm
deeper
saying-
with your use of it.
I'm saying, yeah, if you're just scrolling and you see and you hear that, like, yeah, you obviously have no interest in actually learning what my issues are, what my real issues are. I'm an artist first and foremost. Like I said, I think that was my first title that I had out of my mouth. So I rap. I'm a lyricist. And I use my artistic expression to express my righteous indignation toward the conditions that we've been put in. So that requires sometimes using the N-word.
One person suggests that you are divisive.
Oh, yes. Yes. One of my favorite scriptures is Matthew 10:34. Jesus says, "Don't think I've come to bring peace on earth. I've come to bring the sword." And that's exactly what I've come to bring. The sword on poverty. We're going to fight poverty by stopping this commission from continuing to move money away from the people into other projects and move it back to the people. There's no reason why we can't use that $6 million surplus and other things that the city has to lower utility rates. There's no reason why we can't invest in small businesses. So that's what I'm here to bring, the sword. And yes, I am divisive intentionally, because those who are made uncomfortable by the things that I'm saying, those are the people that we don't need in leadership positions, because clearly those are people that are trying to uphold the status quo. 10 to 15 seconds, I know.
No. That was a good quote, though.
Yeah.
That was it. There's been rumors floating around that your campaign manager is a murderer, drug dealer. I can forward you the post later if you want to look at it. Someone by the name of Grouchy Shay.
So I don't have a campaign manager. I'm running my own campaign. And Grouchy, see if there's issues with Grouchy, reach out to Grouchy. But no, I don't have a campaign manager. Grouchy is helpful. I do know Grouchy. I don't know about whatever other things that other people are saying about him.
Do you think that should reflect on you and what you stand for in any way?
So I've seen Grouchy out here working hard in the community. The Grouchy that I know has been out here working and advocating for youth sports for years. The Grouchy I know has been raising money, has been doing fundraisers, has been doing a lot of things helpful in the community. So that's what reflects on my association with him. And as far as I've seen on the posts, he actually is not a convicted felon. So if you actually look it up, what you see in is clickbait, and there's actually no substance to those claims. But even if there were, Grouchy has done tremendous work in the community, and there's too many people on the south and east side that can attest to it. So again, people who are trying to diminish Grouchy's name are not connected to the people. They're not connected to the real issues. They're completely detached.
My own question, kind of off script here. Why do you think this is happening? Why do you think you're getting this sort of response?
Honestly, so for me, it's very, I'm not even really connected to it. So I haven't really even heard or felt any kind of anything. Nobody's brought anything to me. So I'm not aware of any attacks. I'm not aware of any, I don't know, any dissent, honestly. I've only been welcomed everywhere I've gone, shown support everywhere I've gone. So, and that's being completely honest. Like, so when you brought me this happening in this group, I don't know nothing about it. So I know that people, the individuals that I've met with over the past weeks are extremely elated that I am running against both Jalen Johnson and Bobby Coleman. So, yeah.
So there's support there.
Oh, yeah.
Why should people vote for you then?
Oh, people are going to vote for me if they're tired of complaining about the same stuff that we were complaining about when I was a child, which is we ain't got no money. The children don't have anything to do. Violence, all of these things, they're the same things that have been talked about as long as I've known and been alive here in Albany. So if you want to change to that, that's why they're going to vote for me, because what I'm saying is take the money that this $300 million budget and chop it back up to reflect the people's interests. That's all I'm saying.
Anything you wanted to add I haven't asked you about? We will be doing follow-ups, by the way, closer to the date.
I don't know. Donate for my at nyangforalbany.com. That's it.
I'll add a link.
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, you made me feel a lot better about doing this. Thank you for that.
No problem.
And I apologize again. It's not really my forte.
I understand.
I like doing the community stuff and seeing what community members are doing. I'm sure you've seen me out there once or twice.
I have, and I appreciate that.
And yeah, I've seen Grouchy before.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Yeah.
it's just hard telling news directors certain things, you know.
Nah, I'm with it. Who's the news director?